It has been a few days since Wilbert started helping the island while Percy was away. Even though there were a couple mistakes, but other than that, things worked out like clockwork. Percy finally came back from getting fixed. He was ready to get back to work. The four engines were having a chat when Sir Topham Hatt came to talk to Wilbert.
You did a really great job working here, Wilbert, other than using milk instead of water.
No need to remind me of that, sir. And I'm very sorry about that.
It's alright, Wilbert. It was an accident that the workers were able to fix. Anyway, since Percy is back, you can now work for Duck on his branch line.
Wilbur was excited to go work with Duck, but he also knew it meant he had to leave Thomas and the others. They said their goodbyes, and he puffed away to start his new job. When he caught up with Duck and Oliver, they greeted him and made him feel welcome. Duck had Wilbur to be at the front of his train so he can see what the rails were like. He enjoyed all of it, although it was very different compared to the other railway where he works. The next day he went to the docks to pick up a load for the miniature railway engines. Mike, Bert, Rex, and a new diesel named Frank were very pleased to see another engine they haven't seen before. They enjoyed talking to each other. Wilbert made sure that the trucks were behaving well for him. He heard about some offense that the others had because of them. He remembered what the Scottish twins had told him about keeping them in order. But that didn't go well one day. He was at the ballast again to drop off more trucks, when all of a sudden, one of the trucks came off the rails.
What was that?
His fireman checked the damage, and he had some bad news.
One of the couplings snapped and caused the truck to derail. Now what are we going to do?
I have no idea. I once have a load that needed to be glued together because the coupling snapped. Maybe that can work.
I'm afraid that won't work. We need more than just glue. What can we do? Wait a minute. I can see some heavy wires over there. Do you think we can do anything with those?
I don't think so. We can't move all these trucks by wires.
But what about pulling just one truck? That won't be too heavy at all.
The Stationmaster heard everything and agreed to help.
That's a great idea. I'll call for a crane to put the truck back on the tracks.
Soon the truck with a missing coupling was put back on the tracks. Once that happened, Wilbert's crew was putting the wires between the truck and Wilbert and made sure it was tight enough. Once it was, Wilbert was clear to go.
Okay now, Wilbert. Go slow and be gentle.
Wilbert was slowly puffing backwards. The wires were stretching and he put the truck in another siding. Then his crew untied the wires and he went back to take care of the other trucks. He was hooked up to the load and he was able to continue his journey without any more problems. He made it to the station, late but safe. Sir Topham Hatt was there to make sure he was all right and talk to him.
We hope that your line there is successful as it is here.
When Wilbur was on his way back to his line, Thomas, Percy, Toby, and Daisy were waiting for him to pass by so they can say goodbye. At last, Wilbur was on his way and he saw the others. He gave a big whistle and he said,
Thank you very much. I sure had a wonderful time working here, but I'm looking forward to coming back to my railway. Goodbye and thank you.
And with one final whistle, he went around the bend and over the border. And the engines would always remember that there was once an engine named Wilbert who helped them around.